Let's get another trooper on the shelf. This week, we're going to unbox the artillery trooper from the Mandalorian. Welcome to Mando Collectibles. Here is this week's figure unboxing, and this is TMS 047, and this is the Hot Toys Artillery Stormtrooper from the Mandalorian series. And yes, most people have added this to the collection many months ago. Mine's took its time to come from Sideshow, unfortunately, but they are trickling in slowly but surely. But very happy to add another figure, especially a trooper, to the collection. And this is, of course, as I said, the Artillery Stormtrooper. So let's take a look at the front of the box. And as you can see, standard trooper, but this time he has got his yellow markings, hence why they call him the mustard trooper. But really decent, as per usual, stormtrooper there in a decent pose, popping in a bomb into his mortar gun. Whether that pose is actually feasible, I'm going to try it, but we shall see when we get to the posing section of the video. So let's start at the bottom. Usual Star Wars band there with the artillery stormtrooper, and with a decent pose there, him holding a grenade, and then of course on the front there the pose of him loading a mortar bomb. Then on the side, the band just follows round with the usual Hot Toys information of the figure on the side, and then on the back, of course, we get the ifs, whys, wheres, whats, and all the warnings from Z companies about certain parts of this figure. And then finally, this end, we have the standing pose of the artillery stormtrooper there, standing next to his mortar gun. But standard box from Hot Toys, as per usual, but still a great figure, and very much looking forward to adding this guy to the trooper collection. So let's get this box open and take a quick look at the inlay card. So here's the inlay card, and as you can see, it's another great action pose, and he's just about to throw a grenade. But I really do love these stormtroopers. I'd love to pick up a standard Rogue One trooper, because I'm assuming these are the standard Rogue One troopers with a paint job. But just to pick up a couple of standard ones would be amazing, but they are very, very expensive, unfortunately. So only time will tell. But I'm very happy to add this one to the collection. And as I say, yet another great action pose, another great inlay card. So there's a quick look at the inlay card of the artillery trooper in action. So let's take out the accessories, and then we'll take a look at the figure straight out of the box. And here are the accessories for the artillery stormtrooper. So firstly, we'll start with the standard stand for him, of course, with the name plaque. And then we do have a topper for the stand, which is like a sandy effect, which you can stick on, or if you don't want to, then you don't have to. But it looks pretty decent, so I'll be leaving that on. And then, of course, we have the separate hands, another 5 hands to go with the 2 on the figure itself. We have a mortar bomb, and then obviously then 2 grenades to go with the trooper itself. Then, of course, we have his backpack. Now, that's already got some mortar bombs in the pack. And there's also a space to stick an extra one if you want to. And this is magnetised straight onto his back, which is nice and simple, just the way I like it. And then finally, we have the actual mortar launcher. And this looks pretty impressive. Really good detail on this. I really do like it. Nice little handles there, so you can flick open and then put it into a pose like so, which looks really awesome. I really hope I can get him into a pose where he's loading the mortar bomb, but we shall see. But yep, great accessories. Simple, simplistic, but very nice. And some nice little additions there to complement the figure. So there are all the accessories to go with the figure. So we'll get him straight out of the box next and take a look at the figure. And then, of course, as per usual, we will get him set up in a pose and then add him to the collection. And here is the artillery stormtrooper straight out the box pose. And as we all know, a stormtrooper is, of course, a stormtrooper. So there's not going to be many changes on this uniform, apart from, of course, the colour. But the colour really does look great on the helmet and around the top of his chest there. And of course, you got it on the side panel of the arms, running down the centre onto the hands. And then round the back, it's pretty standard. You do have slight wear and, of course, like battle damage on the actual armour, where it's been roaming through the deserts and such, more closely, as you can see, on the arms. Yet again, you can see the yellow there going round. Love the yellow pauldron. That is fantastic. Really, really do like that. That does stick out and really does pop on the figure, that does. But as I say, overall, fantastic figure yet again. But as we say, it's a trooper, and you can't really say much more than that. But still, a trooper is a trooper, and it's always great to add another one, regardless of the variant, to the collection. So there is the artillery stormtrooper. So what we'll do, we'll get this guy posed up, and then we'll add him to the collection. And here finally is the artillery stormtrooper. And as you can see, he's in a different pose than I wanted him to be in. I wanted him to be kneeling down, loading a mortar bomb, but it was nearly impossible. The figure itself, the limbs were too tight, and in fear of probably breaking him in the process to get him in that pose, I just went for the standard standing pose. But this pose is pretty impressive. And as you can see, he's got his mortar weapon over his shoulder, moving to a new location, which I'm pretty pleased about. He's got his backpack on, of course. You can see now I've put the 2 hand grenades on the side of the pack, and then he's got his extra mortar bomb in there, as you can see. Overall, very impressed with this figure. Love a stormtrooper. You can never go wrong and never have too many stormtroopers in the collection, regardless of the variant you have. But yeah, excellent figure, standard figure. But as I say, you can never have too many figures, especially stormtroopers in the collection. So there we have him. There is the artillery stormtrooper. So now he's posed up. Let's get this guy added with the rest of the Mandalorian stormtroopers. And there is the artillery trooper in the collection at last, fully posed up, standing next to the incinerator trooper. And just give you a pan back of the rest of the troopers that I have. I will be doing an overview of my figures up to date as of what I've got at the moment very soon. So please be patient with me. I will get around to that video eventually. But for the moment, just very happy to add this trooper, the artillery trooper, to the Mandalorian collection. And there we have it, another awesome trooper added to the collection. And that one being, of course, the artillery stormtrooper from the Mandalorian. And he's nicely tucked away in the trooper set there. And as I say, you can never have enough troopers. They are awesome. And there's so many variants, so there's going to be plenty more in the future. So there we have it, another video done and dusted. There are figures in the pipeline. I do have another couple of Boba Fett figures to show you. I do have another Mandalorian trooper coming shortly. As I say, they're trickling through now because I got mine from Sideshow. So I'm going to be a little bit behind in terms of getting these guys in the figures, because obviously I've got them from Sideshow. And there are obviously faster ways, which I now know about, but unfortunately I'm going to have to stick to my guns and get them from Sideshow now. Otherwise I'm going to be losing my deposits. So the videos will continue. Please bear with me. I will be doing a little tour of my little figures and, of course, everything Star Wars in my room in the near future. So this channel will continue, but it's just a case of me obviously having to wait for the newest figures to arrive. So thank you very much for watching. And as per usual, please do leave a thumbs up. Please do leave a comment. And remember, if you like what you see and you love the content and you want to see more future content, please do subscribe. But also remember, only if you want to. I'll catch you in the next video.